What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, and I'm back at y'all with another one. So, got some weird news, unexpected news, as members of Team Legendary, Iconic, Future Hall of Fame, 8th Division World Champion, Filipino Superstar Boxer, Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao, right? The Pac-Man, who's coming back July 19th against Mexican star WBC welterweight world champion Mario Barrios. At 46 years of age, Manny Pacquiao is coming back. And members of Manny Pacquiao's team, they reached out to me. They saw a video I did when I stated that essentially Mario Barrios is going to walk down and dominate the 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao, who hasn't fought in going on 5 years, okay? Manny Pacquiao wants to be a world champion. He's 62 wins, 8 losses, 2 draws, 39 wins by way of knockout. He's been knocked out 3 times, 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach. The last time we saw Manny Pacquiao was August 21st of 2021, when he was supposed to fight Errol Spence Jr., but ended up fighting Cuban former world champion now in Yordenis Ugas, who absolutely obliterated Manny Pacquiao. Shut both of Manny Pacquiao's eyes, closed both of his eyes, right? And that's the last we saw his wife Jinky having to feed Manny Pacquiao, you know, because he couldn't see, right? And so with that said, you know, that's the last impression that we had of Manny Pacquiao. So they reached out and they told me Manny Pacquiao is going to be in the best shape of his career. Everybody always says that. But not only is Manny Pacquiao not looking to just fight and beat Yordenis Ugas, but Manny Pacquiao, as I was told, wants to fight, get this, a unification bout after they beat Mario Barrios. They want to fight a unification bout against the Phenom, as I refer to him as, in Jaron Boots Ennis. What? They said, listen, you refer to Jaron Ennis as the Phenom, the unified WBA, IBF, Ring Magazine, welterweight world champion. Jaron Boots Ennis, they want to fight him after they beat Mario Barrios. They want to unify the belts. Manny Pacquiao, from what I'm being told, wants to become undisputed at welterweight before he retires at 46 years of age. Now, the Phenom, 34 wins, no loss, no draw, 30 wins by way of knockout, 27-year-old, 5'10" with a 74-inch arm reach, Jaron Boots Ennis, I think will be way too much for Manny Pacquiao. See, here's the thing. Manny Pacquiao in his prime, in his absolute prime, Manny Pacquiao in his absolute prime still struggled with counterpunchers and boxers. Always has, right? He lost to Eric Morales and got outclassed in that fight with Eric Morales. He didn't just lose to Eric Morales, but he got outclassed and dominated by Eric Morales. Now he won the rematch, and that's what sparked people to say that Manny Pacquiao wasn't natural, because Eric Morales in the rematch, Eric Morales was like, wait a minute, this ain't the same guy I just fought. That ain't the same dude that I fought. This dude is a different dude. He was dropping Eric Morales. He made Eric Morales retire. Remember, Eric, and I'm not retiring his career, but he retired on a stool, on the canvas. Remember, he just looked up and he was like, nah, I'm done, right? That's what Eric Morales did. He was like, yeah, I'm done. Nah, this ain't the same dude. So he struggled historically with boxers and counterpunchers. He always has. That's just true to his nature. He struggles with them, right? And so they're like, listen, they want to fight Jaron Boots Ennis, the Phenom. And I'm like, that's great news for Jaron Ennis. If they beat Mario Barrios, if Manny Pacquiao beats Mario Barrios, right? they saw my video I did when I said that Mario Barrios is going to dominate him. And then I did a video and I said that they're going to try to force Jaron Boots Ennis into a situation where Rolando Rolly Romero, who's the WBA Reggie champion, have Jaron Ennis stripped or force him to fight him as the mandatory and then try to unify with Pacquiao. They told me they don't mind fighting Rolando Rolly Romero at all. But the goal is Jaron Boots Ennis. They don't want the easy path. He wants to prove that he wants to set the bar so high with his legacy. He wants to prove a point, Manny Pacquiao. So he wants to fight Jaron Ennis for his belts. He wants to unify the belts against Jaron Ennis. So I thought about this. I said, this makes perfect sense for Jaron Boots Ennis, right? And or Brian Norman, right? Jaron Boots Ennis or Brian Norman. So I thought about it. If they want to become undisputed and he's already 46, well, it makes perfect sense for Jaron Boots Ennis now to, as quickly as possible, and or Brian Norman, for that matter, since Manny Pacquiao wants to be undisputed, he got to go through Brian Norman Jr. and or Jaron Boots Ennis. So if Jaron Boots Ennis forces a fight as quickly as possible with Brian Norman Jr., who is the WBO welterweight, undefeated world champion, star boxer, who's going to fight Jin Sasaki coming up in Japan, Brian Norman wants to fight with Jaron Ennis. He's 27 wins, no loss, no draw, 21 wins by way of knockout, 24 years of age. He's 5'8" with a 72-inch arm reach. He's going to fight Jin Sasaki, like I said, June 19th, right? A month before Pacquiao fights Barrios. So you figure he ain't going to fight until September, October anyway. Jaron Ennis, according to Matchroom CEO and promoter Eddie Hearn, he's offering to fight in October. Manny Pacquiao fights July 19th. He ain't fighting until November, right? So this puts him in line if you're Jaron Ennis, right? If you fight Brian Norman or vice versa, Brian Norman, and beat whomever comes out undefeated, particularly in this case, we're talking about Jaron Boots Ennis. If he beats Brian Norman and you get the fight with Manny Pacquiao for undisputed, it shortens the time, right? If you beat Brian Norman in October, right, and then you could fight Manny Pacquiao in the first part of 2027 or 2026, excuse me, you become undisputed. Then you move on. I'm just shocked that they said that they're not looking to use politics and strategically move around and fight Rolly Romero, that they want to fight Jaron Boots Ennis. Wow, that's shocking. But that's all I got for y'all, man. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, or one word, it's your boy Blue signing off. I'm gone. Peace.